Hey everyone. So we are going to do a fun lab activity. So if you have lab on ABC Day, which is a Thursday, Friday, Monday, that this lab is for this cycle. So you're going to do your daily attendance for your lab period, and we'll go down to our lab folder. And then we'll go all the way down. It's lab number 10. They're called Shrinky Dink cells. And if you've never heard of Shrinky Dinks before, what it is there's this plastic sheet, I guess you would call it. It's a special kind of plastic that when you heat it up, it shrinks. So you're going to be drawing pictures of cells on this, and then you're going to be baking it either in a toaster oven or your regular oven, and it's going to shrink down to something like this. Pretty cool, right? And it's actually much thicker and much harder, more durable, and then you'll have a permanent little cell to study. So I'm going to explain to you how we're going to do this. The first thing that you need to have are colored pencils. You cannot use crayons because the wax will just melt and make a mess. And markers tend to smear. So colored pencils usually work the best, and the darker that you color, the cooler these things look. So, pick, the darkest colors that you can if you are able to. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this PowerPoint that I have. In the folder, I have the PowerPoint that shows you how to draw cells. And what I think you should do, because I want you to have both the plant and the animal cell, is you can cut this sheet in half. Or you can just draw a line and then draw the pictures on either side of your sheet. But I would draw both cells because that way you can compare them more easily. And then I do have your shrink instructions, because if you're home doing this lab, then you'll need the instructions to do that, to shrink them down to this size. Just please be careful and follow the directions very carefully. Don't burn yourself. Have your parents help you if you need help. Okay, so let's take a look at our how to draw these cells instructions. Okay, so here is the first part. So like I said, on your shrink sheet, you're going to either cut it in half or divide it in half, and you're going to draw the cell wall, cell membrane. I do want you to put a small label at the top above each cell, plant cell, animal cell, so you know the difference between them. So you're going to draw these, and at any point you can obviously pause the video so you can get your drawings done. Then you're going to draw a large circle for the nucleus. Doesn't matter what color this is, but you should color it in so that it's easily seen. And then we're going to add some vacuoles. Vacuoles are good for storage of things, usually food, water, and waste. Oh, by the way, nucleus is the control center of the cell. It stores the genetic information. Okay, so the vacuoles, there's one big blue one that you're going to put in a plant cell, and then you can put a couple little ones in the animal cell. The one in the plant cell is what helps plants stand upright and remain turgid. Like when you water them after they've been kind of wilty looking, it's because their water vacuole was empty. So when you water them, it fills back up and it makes the cells nice and firm, and it helps the plant wake back up. Okay, so now we're going to draw mitochondria. I would like you to use red for this. They kind of look like little kidney beans with a squiggle in them. And the squiggle represents a membrane that's folded inside that creates more surface area. But mitochondria are going to be creating energy for the cell. They create ATP specifically, and we have learned about that a little bit, that it's one of those types of nucleic acids, but it's going to be for energy purposes. So that's what the mitochondria do. They have cellular respiration in them. And then you're going to draw some rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum kind of helps move things around the cell. This one is called rough endoplasmic reticulum because it has ribosomes on it. And if you look, you can see little yellowish colored dots on there. You don't have to color them yellow. You can color them any color you want, but you do need to add little dots to make it look like rough endoplasmic reticulum. And then we have smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and guess what they don't have? It doesn't have ribosomes. So just draw kind of like squiggly lines, kind of like spaghetti, somewhere else in the cell. And then you're going to add some more free ribosomes just floating around. The job of the ribosomes is to produce proteins. And remember, proteins are very specific for all the jobs that they do. So these ribosomes are going to be very busy and very important as far as getting the cell to run properly. Now you're going to add some chloroplasts to the plant cell, and they do have to be green. They're going to be kind of like a football shape. And then I would like you to add centrioles and lysosomes to the animal cell. The centrioles are these purple tubes. Many times they're drawn and they look like little licorice bites to me. And then these yellow things are the lysosomes. So centrioles are going to help with cell division. They actually help pull the DNA apart and the chromosomes and move them around. And then the lysosomes are going to be little digestive sacs. They have a digestive enzyme in there to help break things down within the cell. And then we're going to add some Golgi bodies, and they look like this Wi-Fi signal here. Both cells have this, and it's kind of like the UPS store. It packages and prepares things to ship it out of the cell. So it's going to like receive things, package them up appropriately for delivering to another cell or another area of the cell. And then you don't have to really write your name and your period on your cells because I am not collecting these from you, and you're not turning these in. There's nothing to turn in for this lab unless you want to email me a picture of your really cool cell and how awesome it turned out. But that's it for this lab activity. Nice and easy and fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. They're so cool. It shrinks so fast. Within a minute or two, if your oven or your toaster oven is hot, it'll shrink down. And this, I think, was probably, no, I think it was probably the size of this sheet, and they shrink down pretty far. So have fun with this, and let me know if you have any questions. See you later.